Morning, folks. Today's soap is going to be brought to us by the way of Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. The name of this one here is Future Fiction, and it's the CK6 version. And I'm going to be following the shave up with, if not I'm all tongue-tied this morning, and with the Star Jelly matching there. Blade of choice today. It's going to be Crown. Italian Barber may still have these on sale for about $2.99. Get a 100 pack already pre-cut, ready to go in a shaver like this one right here. This one here is a classic samurai shavette. Kind of tell that design with the clip, and there you can kind of see the blade exposure there. Now red is, as far as I'm concerned, red's not the easiest to find. Sometimes it is in stock and sometimes it isn't. And so if you're like me, red's one of your favorite colors. You may have to be persistent and check on them every so often, and you might actually find one without the blades, because sometimes they'll have like a 100 pack, or they'll have two of them in there, and of course your price on your shavette goes up even further if you're not looking for the blades and you're just wanting the shavette. But I got a link down below for these sort of things, and this one here, this is my first shavette, very first one I bought. I say the first one of two. The other one was a Parker. I bought two of them at the same time, but I do like the red. I'll go in more detail about that one here pretty soon. I have it whipped up here in a wooden bowl. That's what you can kind of see. It's good and wet. It is well hydrated, ready to go for a shavette shave. And this particular brush, this is a ever-ready brush that was reknotted, and the brush handle itself was refreshed by Frank at Strike Gold Shave several years ago is when this one was done. So I guess you might say we're at the very beginning. But my nose, scent description, citrus, musk, and there's a few other things in there. My nose this morning picks up more musk than anything else. That's my nose. Your nose could be a whole lot better than what mine is. I've already put a hot towel to the face this morning, and I've got about 3 days worth of growth. I'm pretty sure you can see that on the camera. I've got just a bit of growth there. I'm going to go ahead and wet the face and get started with the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is what's left of the ice cube. Not much left. I mean, considering what it starts out as, a huge cube. I think it starts out like 8 ounces. It's pretty good size. We're going to see how today's shave goes. 3 days worth of growth. It should go just fine, as long as I remember how to shave with one. It's been a little while. There we go. We're getting a little bit of lather built up there. A while back, I had bought a new phone, and if you're kind of like me, kind of old school, I don't have a need for earbuds every day, just once in a great while. But my new phone, it takes, it doesn't have the 3.5 jack. So, in other words, you might have to go with a Bluetooth set of earbuds. And I've never owned one until yesterday. And it's a little bit of a challenge to remember how many taps, which side on the earbuds to get something to happen. I mean, there's a fair list. I was thinking about see if I have a way I could print off like a cheat sheet. Small one I could have readily available to remind me how to work the silly things. I've been using wired earbuds forever and a day when I needed one, because I don't use earbuds that often. But anyway, I guess I'm getting old. Change. Classic samurai shavette. You can kind of see it does have the stabilizing pin in the middle. This there's no flex. I mean, this is nice, sturdy scale. It's just fantastic. Kind of see the wedge of spacers there at the bottom. Yeah, you can kind of see through there. It's for me, it's inexpensive, gets the job done, well made, and doesn't break the bank. So if you are thinking about getting started, one like this one here might be right up your alley, because like I say, last time I remember seeing it, $6.99, $7 for just the shavette alone. Now you can find these on eBay. Excuse me. And the last time, and it's been a while since I looked on eBay for one of these. Blue is a color that these are made in. It's a bright blue, also almost the color of my shirt. And that one, sometimes you can find a special on it, get like 3 or 4 blue shavettes at a great price. Now they've had colors over the years, because I think I bought this one here back in 2016, so it's been a moment. But they've had some colors like brown. They did have pink at one point in time, white, ivory, or an off-white. So in other words, there's some flavors out there if you can find them. I think brown is a color of here recent history. They had black at one point in time. I don't know if they still make black or not. Pink is going to be really hard to find. That was a few years ago when pink was readily available. And if you're looking for a stainless steel one with a stainless steel handle, scales, I'm pretty sure they still make that one there. That might be the more popular one. I'm not real sure. I know for me, red is the color. Blue is, that color does pop. It does look pretty nice. I would say those are probably for me, those are the colors I look for. And I've still got a blue one readily available for me to use. I picked it up a while back. Like I said, they're not bad to start out with, or to continue with, however you want to look at it. You might say, or might think, give it a different perspective. It's a tool. In other words, they're not going to win any beauty contest or anything like that, but they get the job done. They work well, in my opinion. The way the design is that there's not a cover, doesn't cover the toe and the heel of the blade. There's not a whole lot of blade exposure, at least not my experience. That's not the way I look at it. Just a little bit. So in other words, the toe and the heel may not be quite the problem like it is with some other shavettes where the blade has a lot more exposure. Cannot complain about CK6 slickness. It is slick. Great for a shave like this one here. 3 days worth of growth, no problem. Now, crown blades may not be for everyone. They're okay for me. They're not the smoothest by any means, but they're also pretty inexpensive. Like I say, $2.99, $3 for a 100 pack. That's pretty inexpensive. So if you're getting started in this and you picked up a 100 pack from Italian Barber, not out a whole lot of money if it doesn't work out for you. Same thing with the shavette. At least that's the way I look at it. Not out a whole lot of money. And just take your time with it. Well, like I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea. You will end up with a few nicks cuts. Frustrating moments. But take your time. Um, it's been a good long moment, and I don't think I've seen that article of recent history from Sharpologist. Um, well, I tell you what, Manic 59, he had an article written up which made to me a whole lot of sense. I didn't get to that article till well after I started. But in other words, just for instance, this here is easy to use without the blade. So you can practice without the blade, and then when you start with the blade, just divide your face up, I guess you might say in quadrants. In other words, just do your cheek for 1 week. Then you might move to the other side and do that cheek for a week. In other words, you kind of progress and slowly move about, getting used to using a shavette or a straight razor. It just depends on what method you want to use. I say using one of these without a blade is pretty easy to do. Just practice removing the shaving cream, the lather. Kind of help develop some muscle memory. And you progress at your rate. Don't get in a hurry. It is a short blade. It takes it's a half of a DE blade. So you're talking about a short blade. So there will be a learning curve if you move from this to like a Feather Artist Club blade or to even a straight razor, uh, maybe even a Dovo shavette where that takes a longer blade even yet. Which you can use a Dovo using this kind of blade also. But there are different lengths, and it takes a little bit to learn going, adjusting from a short one along to a long one or vice versa. So keeping that blade, how can you say, not to get too much like this where you will dig the toe or the heel into your skin. So it doesn't hurt to practice, get some muscle memory before you actually put a blade in it. You might appreciate it a little bit more if you do. I know when I started, I started all in. All in, yep, I sure did. I don't even, I know I watched a lot of straight razor shaves and whatnot, but I don't think I really looked up any kind of articles or YouTube videos on the how-to. I just jumped right in it. I was too excited, if you will. I wanted to get started, and I wanted to get started long before I had the shavette in my hand. The blade worked out fine for me. I got just a little bit of stinging on my neck, and like I say, when you're doing videos, if you take a moment and you're not yakking, you focus more on your shave, and things might actually go better for you. And I know on the videos they do make it look easy, but it does take a certain amount of patience and determination. And for me, very much so when I started. I was very determined to learn how to do it, as well as eventually working up to a straight razor, which here recently I did pick up a razor from Frank, Strike Gold Shave. I picked up a Gold Dollar 300. It looks really good to me. I don't have quite the problem with a Gold Dollar that maybe some other folks do. Make this rather quick. If you're unfamiliar with Star Jelly, when it comes out, it is very 2 squares, probably way too much. One was probably plenty. You kind of see it's a little bit on the, it's very wet running, and it does have a color to it, just depending on which one you get. This one here has like almost an off-white ivory color to it. It dissipates really quick. The color does, works into the skin really quick. Yeah, I've got way too much in my hand. Get carried away sometimes by like whipping up the lather. I've got enough for a whole 2-3 more shaves in the bowl. But this works in really easy. The scent is pleasant. Smells good. If you're looking for something with a little bit more skincare, if you will. And I work mine in up through my eyebrows because it gets really dry through there, up into my skin on top of my head because it needs all the help it can get. I had a great shave today. Hopefully this was enjoyable for some folks. Stay healthy, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.